In this day and age, during a pandemic, a device which can convert your phone's flashlight into UVC light to disinfect your hands sounds like a miracle, right? Too bad it's a load of crap. Now, I talked about this scam product in a past episode, but now it's time for a follow-up. Hey guys, how are you all doing? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Krazy Ken, and today we're revisiting the UVLEN product. I promised you guys a follow-up, and here we are. I'm all about setting expectations, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. No, they have not sent me the product yet. They haven't even given me a tracking number. They are being very uncooperative. But I'm not giving up yet. Now, if you haven't seen the first part of this whole shenanigan, go ahead and check that out first. But in summary, here is what UVLEN claims to be. UVLEN claims their product can convert light from your smartphone's flashlight into Far-UVC light, allowing it to disinfect your hands and other surfaces. I paid the $15 over a month ago for this product, and I still haven't received it or a tracking number. So with that disappointing news out of the way, here are the next things I need to address. The science behind the product, science, how I'm going to test the product's effectiveness, if it ever arrives, and how I'm trying to get a hold of the company. So, let's take a look at number one. In the original episode, I said there's no way a color filter, which is what this thing looks like, can magically increase the frequency of a wavelength from visible to Far-UVC light. Judging by the small size and low price of this product, I think it's safe to say this is merely a color filter, which only allows certain frequencies of visible light to pass through. No magical disinfecting can take place. Plus, the wording on their website appears to be a bunch of nonsense, nothing that actually explains how this product works in the real world. However, I should have done a better job at explaining how matter can increase the frequency of a wavelength, and I appreciate everyone who mentioned this in the comments. For example, certain green laser pointers will emit infrared light internally, which is a lower frequency than visible light. But when that infrared light passes through KTP, the frequency doubles, creating green light. So in the world of science, this is very possible. But again, it's very hard to justify that this is what's happening with the UVLEN product. But let's say this product magically does work. How would I test it? Well, I have a few ideas. The first test is simple. I will shine the UV light at an object which would normally react to UV light, like a monochrome CRT. Special thanks to Tech Tangents for reminding me of this simple trick. Then, to test for UVC light, I would use a UVC testing card, which will glow if it detects UVC light. And finally, the most important experiment would be to test the disinfecting capabilities of the product, because that's why it exists in the first place. So I got some petri dishes pre-filled with agar and some fun little swabs here, so I could collect some samples and see if the product actually can kill bacteria. I would simply swab a germ-infested surface, like an uncleaned iPhone screen, then rub the swab onto the agar. Then I would shine the UVLEN at the iPhone screen for the recommended 10 seconds and repeat the process with another petri dish. I would set the dishes in a dark, room temperature environment and check for bacteria growth. But alas, my lovely petri dishes go neglected because the UVLEN product isn't here. But there's some species that are taking advantage of this because I already have a bacteria colony growing and I haven't even done anything yet. So what the frickin' heck is going on here? Well, it seems like the company doesn't have any real product. I can't think of another reason why they wouldn't ship anything to me. That, or there's some other reason. I don't know. Chinese New Year is the excuse I hear from pretty much everybody. So I tried getting a hold of these guys. In the last episode, I attempted to call the phone number on the website, but I kept getting an error. And I'm guessing this has to do with me calling a number outside of the United States, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Oddly enough, the phone number was removed from the website shortly after I posted my episode. Strange. Thankfully, one of my international viewers saved the number and tried calling them.
Yes, you're talking right now with UVLEN Technologies. How can I help you?
I want to ask, how does the UVLEN actually work?
That is actually with our tech department. You're calling sales department right now. If you want, I can set up a call for you, and then they will call you back.
When could you set it?
I will suggest you to send an email on our website suggesting for technical support. They will reply as soon as possible.
So unfortunately, not much help there. He tried calling back, he couldn't get through, he assumed his phone number was blocked. He even tried calling with a friend's phone, or he asked his friend to call, so completely different phone number, and no one would still answer. And it's not just with the phones. He sent the email. They said they'd get back to him in 48 hours. It's been weeks, and we've still heard nothing. So these UVLEN guys are acting real shady. But for grins and giggles, I thought, hell, I'll just email them with the email info in my receipt. And they responded in 8 hours. They said that they're sorry and the product is on its way. So then I followed up asking for a tracking number, and they didn't reply. It's been a week. Despite them replying to the first email in only 8 hours, they haven't said anything in over a week. Big red flag, guys. If you're doing business with a company and they will not give you tracking numbers and you're supposed to have them, run. So I'm gonna follow up again with another email, but honestly, guys, I wouldn't keep your hopes up. I don't think this product is ever gonna arrive, which is a big shame because I was really looking forward to doing my little experiments, but they know they're caught. That's why they're not replying or anything, so whatever. I'm only out 15 bucks. But while we wait, I am working on other episodes. I typically work on multiple scam busting / knockoff investigations at once, and I'm really excited for the future. One of them has to do with these AirPods Max knockoffs. I have a really fun plan in mind for that, but I can't say anything about it because it might blow my cover. So stay tuned for that if it ever arrives. It'll be really fun. And I also received a lot of requests for the Starscope telescope that you can attach to your iPhone. Yeah, my bullshit detector was going off like a pinball machine. So I'm really excited to dig into that one too. And if any of you guys have suggestions for other knockoff tech or scam tech, just feel free to send me a DM on Twitter and I can look into it. And hey, if you want to help support the Computer Clan and fund our future and get some awesome perks along the way, feel free to pledge to my Patreon and you can help me buy some more scummy products. Thanks in advance for your support. And hey, if you like this episode, you know what to do. Thanks for sticking with me. Catch the crazy and pass it on.